Congressman, what are you hearing from constituents about the stimulus bill? How badly do people in the 7th District need it? And what are they planning to do with it?
Thank you so much, Andrew. We needed this yesterday. And what are we planning to do with it? We're planning to get our kids back into school faster. We're planning to get our restaurants up and running. They'll benefit from a special grant program under this bill. We're planning to pay our bills and to make sure that we can make it through the next few weeks until every single person in New Jersey gets that shot in their arm so that we can get back to normal, hopefully, by July 4th. This is an incredibly timely and helpful step by the government to crush this pandemic, make our economic recovery twice or three times faster than it otherwise would be, and honestly, just beyond the next few months, to build a more fair and just society in our country. It's a very good day for New Jersey and for America.
We know that state and local governments are going to get some badly needed assistance. Local businesses are also going to have customers returning soon with added cash in their pockets. What are you hearing from small businesses in your districts about the impact that this will have?
Oh, my goodness. Our Main Street businesses have struggled to hold on, as you know, these last few months. We've been able to get them a little bit of help through the Paycheck Protection Program. But the best help is customers, as you say, with cash in their wallets, coming back to stores, coming back to restaurants, spending money locally, which is what we expect folks will do. Remember, the preponderance of aid that we are providing, exactly the opposite of that big 2017 tax bill where it all went to the wealthiest Americans. This is going to middle and working class Americans who spend every single penny they get, mostly locally at small businesses. It's going to be a huge, huge boost to our local economy. And remember, it's not just the direct checks. It's not just the unemployment insurance for folks who are still out of a job. There's going to be a $3,000 plus per child tax credit in this bill that the experts say will cut child poverty in America in half. We are delivering on the promise that I ran on in 2018 to make healthcare in America more affordable. We are going to be subsidizing fully Affordable Care Act, Obamacare coverage for the middle class. That wasn't there before. So the average middle class family will save a few $100s a month just on their health insurance. This is absolutely extraordinary, overwhelmingly supported by the folks I represent back home, and I can't wait to get started.
And you've set up my next question perfectly, because I was going to ask, how much do your constituents know about what's in the bill? I've seen reporting that a lot of parents had no idea the child tax credits were there, or the daycare assistance was there, or the Obamacare assistance was there. Is voter education on this law going to be a challenge?
I think people are going to know what's coming when it comes. They're going to feel it in their pocketbooks. They're going to see it when their kids are able to go back to school and into daycare, and they're not going to have to struggle as they have for the last few months, juggling work and schooling at home. Yes, President Biden's going to be on the road talking about it, and I will be holding more town halls, as I always do in my district, to let folks know about how they can take advantage of these benefits. But I'm absolutely confident the American people are going to know the changes that are soon to come. And very important, they're going to know who is responsible for delivering them, because, you know, this was 100% bipartisan back home in my district and across the country. But unfortunately, none of my fellow members of Congress who belong to the Republican Party voted for this. It was sad and strange to see them somehow unable to step forward and do what the overwhelming majority of their constituents were demanding. And I think folks are going to remember that.
You mentioned that the president and the vice president are scheduling events around the country next week to support the stimulus bill. Is he the best salesperson for this? And how critical will Vice President Harris's participation be in selling it to the public?
I think they're both good spokespeople. I watched President Biden's address to the country last night, as did, I think, many millions of people. And, you know, folks trust Joe Biden. They know that he's sincere. They know that he's somebody who's not in it for himself, somebody who takes responsibility, someone who will take responsibility if this fails, as he said. What a refreshing change from the egotism and self-serving politics that we got used to over the last 4 years. So I think folks trust Joe Biden, and they're certainly going to trust the money that's arriving in their bank accounts starting this weekend when the IRS is going to start to distribute it.
And how the bill is sold will be something of a challenge for the president, but also for you and for your Democratic colleagues when you all run for re-election in 2022, and especially because we're talking about individual stories of individual people and businesses and their needs and meeting those needs. You're a veteran campaigner at this point. How do you turn the stories of Joe and Mary Smith into a sales pitch for the stimulus, for Joe Biden, and for Tom Malinowski?
We have all been suffering through this pandemic together this last year. There's now light at the end of the tunnel. I think folks understand that light is coming in part because we now have a government that is more intelligent, more effective, that is more focused on helping people rather than just sowing divisions in this country. So, we'll tell that story, but I think that story is going to be told for us by the ordinary Americans across this country who are going to benefit from the results we are delivering.
Perhaps even neighbor to neighbor as they do. Are there aspects, Congressman, of the stimulus that we're not talking enough about? Are there provisions that you think are critical that just haven't gotten enough attention?
Well, you mentioned one of them. It's the fix to the Affordable Care Act, or Obamacare. As many folks know, the Affordable Care Act was pretty successful in getting a lot of Americans enrolled in health insurance, but it was not affordable enough, particularly for middle-class Americans who did not qualify for the subsidies. That's what we're fixing in this bill. So, if you're a family with kids making $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 a year, and you were paying an extraordinary amount for health insurance, you're now going to qualify for the subsidy, and it could save you hundreds of dollars a month. So please look into that if you are in that situation, and my office will be putting out more information about that soon. I think another big issue here, and this is for New Jersey, having passed this bill, if we now go forward and pass Joe Biden's Rebuild America plan, the Build Back Better plan, infrastructure, pass these two things, it's been estimated New Jersey is going to get back around $17 billion more than it currently receives from the federal government.
Finally, Congressman, before I run out of time, we've got the checks going out this weekend, or starting to go out this weekend. We've got the president saying all American adults will be able to sign up for the shots by May 1st, and he's hopeful about a normal July 4th. How excited are you? How excited are people in your district about the prospects for this summer?
I can't wait to get back to the beach and to 4th of July barbecues, and a personal wish is getting to play in the congressional baseball game again this summer in front of a real crowd of people. I can't wait to know that my mom can go visit her two very young grandchildren who were born in the last couple of years. And I think across my district and across America, every single person has something that they are looking forward to that will be enabled by the work that we are doing here today. And this is what I want to stress. This is not a natural, inevitable recovery where if we'd done nothing, it would have happened anyway. This is the work at last of a government that is beginning to deliver for the American people, that is being run by intelligent, effective, compassionate people. Politics does make a difference when we choose the right leaders, and I hope that people take that message from the optimism and hope that we all feel today.
Congressman Tom Malinowski is a Democrat representing New Jersey's 7th District. Congressman, I hope to see you in person soon. Have a good and safe weekend.
Thank you so very much.